Well guys, that's it. 2016 is officially almost over with. But that means I finally, once again, get to talk about my few picks of some of the best and some of the worst films I have seen this year. So, let's get into it. Before I start, I just want to say sorry for the poor audio quality. My VideoMic Pro battery decided to go out on me and I don't have a replacement right now. So I'm just using the camera's built-in microphone. So yeah, and we're moving, so that's why there's not a lot of furniture here. That's why you're hearing a lot of echoing. So sorry for that. But anyway, let's get through it and let's talk about these movies. Now, before I start, a couple rules. These are my picks, and these aren't the New York Times pick. This isn't anybody else's pick. These are my picks, so you might hear some movies on here that just might make you think, why in the world is he even put that on the list? I'll explain that. Also, the first best and worst on my list are movies, are not ones I actually loved and not ones I actually hated. They're the ones I did not like and the ones that I liked a lot but didn't love it. So, didn't like it and liked it. So, let's get started. Coming at number 5 on the list is Zootopia. Now, I did not absolutely love this movie like some other people were saying. Now, I do agree this movie probably will win Best Animated Film of the Year at the Oscars, but yeah, this movie is good. It's really good. I was very surprised how good it was. It had some themes in there I didn't think Disney would ever put in their film. It was great. If you have not checked out Zootopia, the acting, the animation, the whole story, everything was just wow. Again, I didn't 100% love it, but pretty close up there. That's why Zootopia, my number 5. And coming at number 5 on the worst movie I've seen this year, and this is a movie that I didn't really like at all, was Moana. Now before you start the whole, how dare you say anything bad about Moana, how dare you sir, how dare you sir, how dare you. I get it. I get why a whole lot of people love this movie. I get it. I get it, okay? Don't need to go in the comments saying, you were wrong because of this reason, and this reason, and this reason. Shut up and let me explain why I do not like this movie a lot. It's a paint-by-numbers Disney film. I'm actually really getting tired about these paint-by-numbers Disney film. If you haven't seen Moana, it's nothing you haven't seen already. Do you love Frozen? Do you love Tangled? Good. Those are much better movies compared to Moana. Moana is basically Frozen and Tangled. Moana is another road trip movie like Frozen and Tangled. It's the beat by beat numbers just like in Frozen and Tangled. Pretty much almost the exact same one sometimes. And they changed the love interest to the demigod Maui. He's not the love interest, but still, it's like they don't like each other first, and then throughout the movie they become better friends, and by the end of the movie they're best friends. It's a paint-by-numbers Disney movie. The story was really predictable. So disappointed by that because Disney was on a roll this year with some good animated films. But Moana, very disappointed. The only thing I liked about it was the animation. The animation was beautiful in the movie. The music, not so much. I can only remember one song from the movie, and that was like Maui's song. But anyway, it's not a bad movie by any means, but definitely was really disappointed by this movie. That's why Moana, my number 5, one of the worst films I saw this year. Coming at number 4 on the best film I've seen this year was 10 Cloverfield Lane. This movie was a complete surprise earlier this year. This movie came out of nowhere. Back in December of last year, a trailer dropped for this movie, and it looked good. And then, Jared said it comes out in March. I'm like, that's only 3 months away. They are promoting this movie 3 months before the film actually comes out. Wow. What marketing that was. I wanted to go see it, and one of the best thrillers I've ever seen. Wow, great acting, great cinematography, fantastic suspense, and the soundtrack. Goodness gracious, this movie was fantastic. Loved it so much. If you have not seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, please go see it. It is a marvelous time. You will not be disappointed. So, 10 Cloverfield Lane, my number 4, best movie of the year. And coming at number 4 of the worst movies I've seen this year is Ice Age Collision Course. This is the movie that really tells you that they should have quit with Ice Age like a movie ago or something, because this movie should never have been made. This movie was just, how can I put this? Terrible. What do you see an Ice Age movie for? To laugh? Yeah, I didn't get one laugh. Even Scrat had some moments where like, this is not funny anymore. Scrat used to be hilarious, and in this movie, he does some funny stuff. He's being Scrat, but it's not always so funny. And the characters, the story, I'll give the animation props up, but the rest of it is like, not a good movie. It's just not a good movie. I left the movie disappointed. Really disappointed. So, Ice Age 5, Collision Course, my number 4, worst movie of the year. And coming at number 3 on my best movie of the year list is The Conjuring 2. This movie was another surprise. I loved the first Conjuring. I thought it was a great suspense/horror film, but horror films have a habit of going downhill with the sequels, like terribly downhill. Not with this one. The Conjuring 2 was better than the first one. Way better. The suspense throughout the movie was amazing. Right when the movie begins, to put you right into the action. There's no wait around for like 30 minutes until things start happening. Nope, things start happening right off the bat. It was great. The story was great. It just kept you entertained for the whole movie. Fantastic. And I hear there's talks about a third Conjuring. I hope it tops this one, because this one was fantastic. So, if you haven't seen it, go see it if you're into suspense/horror films. And so, The Conjuring 2, my number 3, best movie of the year. So now, coming in number 3 on the worst films I've seen this year is, 50 Shades of Black. Okay. This film had the potential of being one of the best parody movies made nowadays. It had the potential. Why 50 Shades of Grey was made in the first place, I have no idea. So when 50 Shades of Black was going to come out, like, what a fantastic idea. 50 Shades of Grey is the perfect movie to do a parody of and just rip it to shreds. Oh my gosh, I could not even get through the whole thing on 50 Shades of Black. This movie just was awful. The humor was awful. The story was pretty much a beat by beat of 50 Shades of Grey, it looks like. Pretty much looks like it. And the dialogue, the executions of each scene is just horrible. Just horrible. Again, I could not finish watching it, and it just left such a sour taste in my mouth of what I saw. So, 50 Shades of Black, number 3, worst film of the year. Ugh, don't see it. And coming at number 2 on my best films of the year is Captain America Civil War. Okay guys, this film was amazing. I went into the film hoping it'd be amazing, but it was amazing. They added Spider-Man finally to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thank you, Sony. Thank you so much. They added Black Panther, and the airport scene with all of those heroes crashing together and fighting was just pure amazement. We got to see Ant-Man do his thing finally. Humongous thing. Awesome. It was just fantastic. The whole fights, the whole choreography, the whole cinematography, the directing, the visuals was just amazing. If you haven't seen this movie yet and you're a fan of the Marvel movies, go check it out. Captain America Civil War, my number 2 best movie of the year. And coming number 2, my worst film of the year is Norm of the North. Now, I'm a supporter of animated films. In fact, I say if you're making an animated film, go crazy. Do whatever you like. It's animated. It doesn't exist in animated worlds. It just doesn't. But there's sometimes exceptions to that, because Norma the North was just pure garbage. I don't know why this film was even made. This film looks like it was supposed to come out back in the early 2000s, probably. The animation is that horrible. I can't even give it that. I can't say the animation looks good, because it's not. It looks like something that can come out on straight to DVD or Blu-ray in the early 2000s. It doesn't look like anything that would come out theaters. It was just awful. In fact, I couldn't even finish this one as well, because it was so awful. I mean, I couldn't do it. This film was just awful. So, stay away from this one as well, please. Stay away. Norma North, number 2, worst movie of the year. And finally, comment number 1 on the best movie of the year is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Okay guys, I know I have not yet done a review or spoiler review of Star Wars Rogue One Story yet, so you guys don't know how much I actually loved this film. So let me go ahead and tell you, I love this film so much. Way more than The Force Awakens, just way more. This movie was perfect. Well, almost perfect. There was one moment I did not agree with, but most of the film was just, oh boy, I have always wanted to see a movie about how they got the plans to Death Star. Ever since I first watched A New Hope, I've been wondering how they got the plans to the Death Star. And now they finally gave us that movie, and it was just awesome. I was not expecting this movie to be great, but to my surprise, it was fantastic. This movie was just fantastic. The visual, the story. Now, you might say, but the characters are not that well developed. Sure. I mean, if this was a regular Star Wars film, like I'm supposed to be in the actual episodes, I might agree with you. But this movie is not about the characters. This movie is not about Jyn Erso or Kazan, I think I've got to get his name, K2SO or Donnie Yen's character. This is not about them. This movie is about the Death Star. The Death Star is the main character for this film. This is the reason why this movie's been made. So we can see how the Rebels got the plans to this humongous super weapon that the Rebels will take out in Episode 4. And by golly, when Darth Vader shows up in this movie, he wrecks it. He does his thing. Man, Darth Vader alone in this movie is worth the price of admission. Oh my gosh. Worth the price of admission alone for Darth Vader. Oh yes, so Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. If you have not seen this film yet, please go see it. Please, I cannot wait for the Blu-ray to come out so I can watch the audio commentary on this. Because, yes, it's like everything I wanted in the story about them stealing the Death Star plans. Fantastic, from beginning to end. Fantastic. So anyway, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story is my number 1 best movie of the year. And finally, let's go ahead and talk about my number 1 worst movie of the year. In my opinion, definitely the worst movie of probably the decade so far. That is Ghostbusters 2016. Okay. If you've seen my trailer reactions, you know that I thought this movie was going to flop, and it did flop. It did. I mean, it has a $70 million loss on this movie. But all that aside, what's the movie like on its own? This movie is terrible. The 4 actresses in this movie have no chemistry at all with each other. The jokes all fall flat on his face. I did not laugh once in this movie. I might have smiled once, but it wasn't before any of our main characters said. It was with one of the special cameos said, and that made me smile. But this movie was horrible. Sure, the special effects look good. I mean, I'll give the movie that, but from beginning to end, okay, the beginning, actually got me a little interested. It's like, okay, I like where they're going. And as soon as they show the main credits, everything just falls flat in the face. The acting is just, ugh. The characters, ugh. And one of the bigger reasons why it fell just flat in the face as soon as the movie came out was it's not a sequel. This is not a sequel, guys. Like I said before, this is a complete reboot of the original movies, which means the original movies never happened. If this movie would have got a better rating from me if, actually I didn't rate this movie, probably be a 0 out of 5, but this movie would probably get a 2 or 3 maybe, no 2, definitely 2 out of 5 if they decided to continue on with the Ghostbusters, that these girls were the original Ghostbusters daughters and they're handing over the reins. Then we can say, okay, it's not a good Ghostbusters movie, but still we have the originals there. The first 2 were good, the third one's not good, but maybe they can fix it later in the sequels. Nope! Since someone has decided to make this on its own movie, a complete reboot, it's not getting any more sequels. A $70 million loss, yeah, this movie's not going to get any more sequels. Sorry, Sony, you messed up. Paul Feig, you messed up. How dare you tell everyone who doesn't like this movie they're sexist and racist. That is just horrible marketing. The way this movie was marketed is based on sexism and racism. No, guys. People don't like this movie because they're not sexist or racist. It's because this is just a terrible movie. It's terrible. That's my little rant on that, guys. So anyway, Ghostbusters 2016. Worst movie of the year. And probably a decade so far for me. Oh boy. So anyway, guys, that's my top 5 best and worst movies of 2016. So, what do you guys think? What is your top 5 or top 10 or whatever, best and worst movies of 2016? Whatever it is, guys, comment below and let me know. And of course, as always, bringing you guys into Word of Entertainment, I'm Kolton Steele. If you like this video, be sure to smack that like button and be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that good shebang. All my links are in the description below. And of course, as always, if you want to see more, click right here to see more. And I'll holler at you guys next year.